but you have the quality. You see? So tap in. Is there something? I don't care how old you are, so don't go there in your head. If there's something inside of you that says, I'm capable of doing that, and then you feel that little bit of a fear, forget the word capable for a minute and go behind that. Do I have the qualities that might lead me there? Because that word, for me, was something I could hang on to. I have the qualities. I will grow the abilities, but right now I've got the qualities. Can everybody kind of just tap into something? Yeah. I think I have the qualities for that. Don't let the fear interfere along the way, but let something inside of you say, I am capable. Then if you decide to go for something, just like athletes, one of the best things we have going for us is this thing called coaches. Coaches. Every good athlete has good coaches. They don't get there on their own. Yes, they have to go take classes. They have to sign up for the Little League or whatever thing it is. But they have a coach who helps them hone their craft. And so no matter what it is that you do, whether you're an athlete or whether you're doing your spiritual growth or you're learning music or something, make sure you've got good coaches. There's a whole lot out there nowadays about, someone has a life coach. We have a whole bunch of life coaches around here. They're called practitioners. It's the same thing. They do the same basic idea. They coach you as you're growing. The practitioners, at least they better not be telling you what to do. Let me know. The idea is they're not supposed to tell you what to do. They're supposed to coach you, facilitate you in your own personal growth. So you're the one who's going to practice your affirmations. You're the one who's going to take classes. You're the one who's going to read and study. You're the one who's going to learn how to do prayer that works for you. But the coaches, as well as myself and Reverend Michelle, we're all here to help you along while you grow. So having a good coach is such a valuable part of an athlete or your spiritual growth or whatever it is you're doing. So it moves you from the idea of, I think I have the qualities, to, yeah, I'm probably capable, to success. Have good coaches that surround you. And you have one coach that will always be there and that will never, ever let you down. You know where that coach is, right? It's the inner coach. You all have an inner coach. Another name for God, if you will. Sometimes I call it the silent partner. It's something inside, that inner coach, that when we're not sure if we can take ourselves from the qualities to the capabilities to the success, let the inner coach guide us. The inner coach will help us know whether we're on the wrong path. No, you shouldn't be in baseball, you should be in football. There's something inside of us that knows, that will be there whispering in our ear when we let it. Letting it is a big part of what a coach needs to do. So if I'm an athlete and I have a coach telling me some tips and I don't listen, then the coach can be giving me all those great ideas, but if I don't listen to it, so what? Turning in and getting quiet. I say it time and time and time and time again, but it is so incredibly important. So we can hear the inner coach, so that we can feel the inner coach. I know, we humans, oh, I'm too busy, I don't feel like it. 1,000 excuses. I understand how life can get so crazy that we don't think we have time, or sometimes you just don't flat out feel like it. Trust me, I have those days too. I absolutely have those days where it's like, I'm stressed out and I'm anxious and something's going on, and my little inner voice is saying, would you like to get quiet and pray for a little while? And sometimes I go, no. I don't feel like it. But I know that that's self-sabotaging. It's like not listening to my inner coach. Why would I do that? I don't know. I don't spend any time with it. Some days I make myself sit my butt down and do it anyway. Some days I don't. Some days I go on. I'm just like you. But what I know is that the days when I sit down, even if my mind is bouncing all over the place, I wait until it starts to settle down a little bit. Because we can't always hear the messages of the inner coach right away. So I let it bounce around for a little while. And I begin to use my affirmations, and I begin to breathe, and I begin to do all the things that we teach you in classes and here at church to tap into that place. And then all the scattered starts to calm down. And then we start to go into a place where it's like, oh, now I feel it. And sometimes when I say we listen to the inner coach, it's not like ears that actually hear something. Sometimes it's just the feeling. And feelings can coach us beautifully if we let them. but we must let them. Just like every good athlete must allow their coach to help them. So tap into that inner coach. ABCs, for those of you who like these kind of things. The first thing for the ABC is you got to believe you're capable. Believe you're capable. The word believe comes before everything around here. Believe you're capable. The second thing is practice and consistency. You got to take action. Practice and consistency. The third thing is when you have successes, celebrate the heck out of them. Yeah. Celebrate the heck out of them. And keep doing the cycle. Believe you're capable. Practice with consistency. Take the action and celebrate the successes over and over and over. It's those ABCs that move us from capability to the idea of success. Now, in case you're wondering, I am not talking about superhero powers, and I'm not talking about all of us having to be some great athletes. I'm just talking about our everyday life. And to notice the things that are your successes and give yourself a pat on the back, because we sometimes don't notice. And I'm going to tell you one little piece, and I wasn't going to, but I think it's appropriate. Just to give you an idea of what I mean by I'm capable of doing something, and it's not a superhero thing, it's not an athlete thing. Prior to last night, going to a place where there's going to be 50, 60, 70,000 people, I would have said no. But when I got the invitation to go to the Special Olympics opening ceremony, the love and the inspiration that I knew was going to happen, and being there to support these athletes outweighed the fear. And I said basically the same thing, I'm capable. I believe I'm capable of doing this. And I just kept that affirmation going. I didn't let the fear interfere. I'm capable. And I had a beautiful evening with about 60,000 other people. And I was peaceful and calm. And last night, I patted myself on the back. That was a success. I moved from believing I could to taking the action to the success. And I said last night to Becky on the way home, I'm so proud of myself. That's what I mean by celebrating your success. It was a big deal. It was a really, really big deal. But I feel like now I've had the breakthrough. I feel like I've moved from the capability to the success. Right? And I need to remember that. And so for all of us, we need, yeah, there we go. I was brave in the attempt. And you know what? I won. I won by going there. My ticket happened to be on an aisle seat. That helped. But that was part of the synchronicity, you see. I didn't choose my seat. And I didn't tell the person who was choosing the seats to give me an aisle seat. Something knew that would have been a really good thing for me to have an aisle seat. What's that something? You know. It's the God within that made that happen through somebody else. Everything lined up for the success for me. And it will for you too. When you start with that sense of, I am capable and I believe I am. And I'm going to take the action. I'm not going to let the fear interfere. I'm going to do it. Unfortunately, or fortunately, that's the tough part. Going from, I believe it, to actually, now I got to do something. I got to take the action. And then moving to the success. So we must take that action. In our everyday life, we are capable. And we can move ourselves from that capability to success. And why is that? We're God's stuff. We are God's stuff. The same God stuff that keeps our planets in the orbit. The same God stuff that grows food out of the dirt. The same God stuff that created human beings. The same God stuff that's moving through us. That's why we're capable. Not because we have to have some grit determination, because there's that thing inside of us that knows how to coach us. We are capable because we are God's stuff. So the last word is about the word success. Because I've said move from belief to the action, believing we're capable, to the success. And Ernest Holmes gets the last word about success. The idea of a successful life will create success. This idea, thought first, yes, will find objective form in the outer world of the one who holds to it with conviction. It must first become established in